I've always done this type of work for all the companies that I've ever worked for. It ends up percolating towards this sort of thing. Well, bizarrely, it was my uncle. He ran this company. I must have been about 9 years old. He needed to make a part for a car that he was running. It was an AC. Today it would be a vintage car, but it wasn't. It was a car that he used. And he needed a part. And he went to his company, he made the part and brought it back and fixed the car. And I thought, do you know what, that's a magical process, to actually have an idea, go and make it, and have it perform the function that you want it to. And though it was a very simple part, it really stuck in my mind. So it was really his fault, actually. If I go back probably 30 odd years, there was a company that was in fact my uncle's company, my late uncle. Not unlike this in many ways. It was prototyping, specialised equipment, and there was a contract for Metal Box. All the parts used were Metal Box. It was for Black & Decker, and Metal Box were problematic in supplying parts because they'd not got the business and we had. And I in 4 days designed a mechanism out of the parts we currently had in stock that won the deal. And when Metal Box came to have a look at the product, they couldn't understand how we'd achieved it. It was over the Christmas period, it involved machining, it involved being quite crafty with what was available in stores, getting the product painted, shipped up to Spennymoor. It was quite an achievement and it won the day. Quite proud of that. I think it matches my life's philosophy. I look at something in a logical way. I like to see a process. I like to see a result. I get a tremendous reward from ending up with an idea, make it, do it, it works. That's a very rewarding process. I would have to say that that's very important because the future and the past has been built on engineering. We've got environmental considerations, we've got to engineer for power systems, but I think it's an uphill struggle against people that don't necessarily understand engineering. They just think this is simple. It is not simple. There's simple solutions, but selling those solutions, now that's difficult. The first rule of problem solving is understand the problem and give yourself the time to understand that problem. I think today we don't look at things clearly enough. We jump to conclusions. I also think that an important lesson is the fact that we must look at what people have done in the past and stand on the shoulders of the pioneers that have gone before us. The Industrial Revolution was an amazing time that has given us the prosperity we have. And those people, we must stand on their shoulders to see the future. It's very easy to be overwhelmed by sometimes getting an idea across. It's very difficult. It's harder to get an idea across and get approval to move forward with something than it actually is to create something. And I find that very difficult. If I'd put more effort into selling the idea, it might have been easier. There is no reason why you shouldn't. It's very rewarding, and in the right circumstances, it can be quite well paid.